If you're waking up multiple times every night to use the bathroom, your body is sending you a warning signal that goes far deeper than just an annoying sleep interruption. What most people over 50 don't realize is that nocturia, which is the medical term for frequent nighttime urination, isn't just about drinking too much water. Before bed, a groundbreaking study from the Journal of Urology followed 2,314 adults aged 55 to 80 and discovered something that changed everything doctors thought they knew about this condition. The participants who suffered from nocturia had a 44% higher risk of cardiovascular events within 5 years, compared to those who slept through the night. But here's what made researchers take notice. When these same participants followed a specific evening protocol for just 21 days, 78% of them reduced their nighttime bathroom trips from 3 or 4 times per night down to just once or even 0. The protocol didn't involve medication, expensive treatments, or even drinking less water. In fact, one of the most effective steps actually requires you to drink more of a specific type of fluid at a precise time. Before we dive into the solutions that worked better than anything else in clinical studies, tell us in the comments right now your age and how many times you typically wake up at night. We read every single comment, and we're building a community of people who are reclaiming their sleep quality after 50. Your body's nighttime urination patterns reveal crucial information about your metabolic health, hormonal balance, and even your heart function. When you understand what's really causing those midnight bathroom trips, you can address the root cause instead of just managing symptoms. Most people blame their bladder, but research from the Mayo Clinic shows that in 67% of cases, the bladder itself is functioning normally. The real culprits are hiding in plain sight, affecting everything from your blood sugar regulation to the way your kidneys process fluid while you sleep. Dr. Margaret Chen from Stanford University Medical Center spent 8 years studying nighttime urination patterns in aging adults, and what she discovered contradicts almost everything conventional medicine has been telling patients. Your kidneys are supposed to produce less urine at night because of a hormone called vasopressin, which concentrates your urine and reduces the volume your bladder needs to hold. But after age 50, vasopressin production drops by up to 40% in most adults, which means your kidneys keep producing the same amount of urine around the clock. This creates a situation where your bladder fills just as quickly at night as it does during the day, except you're trying to sleep through it. The fascinating part is that vasopressin production isn't just about age. It's heavily influenced by factors you can control through specific evening habits. The participants in Dr. Chen's study who implemented targeted interventions increased their nighttime vasopressin levels by 31% within 2 weeks, and their bathroom trips decreased proportionally. What you're about to learn isn't about restricting fluids or setting alarms to wake yourself up before your bladder does. These are evidence-based strategies that work with your body's natural rhythms to restore the hormonal and metabolic patterns that allowed you to sleep through the night when you were younger. We're going to walk through the exact protocol that produced the most dramatic results in multiple peer-reviewed studies, and you'll be able to start implementing these changes tonight. The most powerful intervention, which we'll reveal at the end, has nothing to do with your bladder or your kidneys directly, yet participants who used this technique reduced their nighttime urination by 52% more than those who didn't, according to a fascinating 2024 study from Johns Hopkins. The connection between what you do in the 4 hours before bed and how many times you'll wake up to urinate is stronger than most people imagine. Your evening routine is either programming your body for uninterrupted sleep or guaranteeing multiple bathroom trips, and the difference often comes down to timing rather than avoidance. Let's start with the intervention that surprised researchers because it goes against conventional wisdom. Most doctors tell patients to stop drinking water after p.m., but a study from the University of Tokyo found that strategic hydration in the evening actually reduced nighttime urination for 64% of participants. The key is understanding that dehydration triggers your body to hold on to every drop of fluid it can, which paradoxically concentrates your urine and irritates your bladder, making you feel the urge to urinate even when your bladder isn't full. The protocol involves drinking 12 ounces of water between p.m. and p.m., which seems counterintuitive, But this precisely timed hydration does something remarkable to your kidney function. When you drink water at this specific time, your kidneys process it efficiently while you're still active and upright, allowing you to eliminate the excess before you lie down for sleep. The participants who followed this hydration timing saw their nighttime urine volume decrease by 28% compared to those who either stopped drinking early or continued drinking right up until bedtime. The mechanism behind this is tied to how gravity and body position affect fluid distribution. When you're upright and moving around in the evening, fluid doesn't pool in your lower extremities, which means your kidneys can process it immediately rather than waiting until you lie down at night. Once you're horizontal in bed, any fluid that accumulated in your legs during the day starts moving back into your bloodstream, and your kidneys have to work overtime to filter it out, which fills your bladder while you're trying to sleep. This is why people with even mild circulation issues or those who sit for extended periods during the day tend to experience worse nocturia. The solution isn't to avoid fluids but to time them so your body processes them before bed. The second intervention addresses something that 82% of people over 50 are doing wrong every single evening without realizing it. Salt intake after PM has a direct and powerful effect on nighttime urination that most people never connect. Research from the European Heart Journal tracked the sodium consumption patterns of 1,543 participants and found that those who consumed more than 400 milligrams of sodium after PM woke up to urinate 2.3 times more per night than those who front-loaded their salt intake earlier in the day. Salt causes your body to retain water, and when you consume it late in the day, that retained water doesn't get processed until you're lying down trying to sleep. Your kidneys then work to eliminate the excess sodium by producing more urine, which fills your bladder repeatedly throughout the night. The participants who shifted their salt intake to earlier meals and kept their evening sodium below 300 milligrams reduced their nighttime bathroom trips by 41% within 10 days. This doesn't mean eating bland food for dinner. It means being strategic about when you consume higher sodium items like cheese, processed foods, restaurant meals, and even some surprisingly salty items like bread and condiments. The relationship between evening carbohydrates and nighttime urination is something that researchers only recently understood fully. A study from the Diabetes Care Journal discovered that people who consumed more than 30 grams of refined carbohydrates within 3 hours of bedtime experienced 67% more episodes of nocturia than those who limited evening carbs or chose complex carbohydrates instead. The explanation involves insulin and blood sugar regulation in ways that directly impact kidney function. When you eat refined carbohydrates like white rice, pasta, bread, or sweets in the evening, your blood sugar spikes, which triggers insulin release. High insulin levels signal your kidneys to retain sodium, which then causes water retention. As your blood sugar drops a few hours later while you're sleeping, your body releases that retained fluid all at once, filling your bladder rapidly and waking you up. The participants who replaced their evening refined carbs with proteins and vegetables, or who ate their carbohydrate portions at lunch instead of dinner saw a 39% reduction in nighttime urination within 2 weeks. This isn't about eliminating carbohydrates from your diet entirely, but about timing them strategically so they don't interfere with your kidneys' nighttime hormone patterns.